Hey nerd family, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to discuss how HBO Max is losing Crunchyroll. Before we get into that, I'm going to go ahead and roll the intro and I'll see you back here in a second. Alright guys, welcome back. As always, I hope everyone out there is staying safe and staying healthy. If you haven't already checked out thenerdcircle.com, make sure to head over there and check it out. Also make sure you're following along on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Nerd Circle. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, make sure to go ahead and do so. Don't forget to ring that bell so you get notified of any new videos to come out. And if you do have a quick moment, go ahead and leave a thumbs up on this video if you like it. It lets YouTube know who likes the videos and who to recommend them to next. Alright guys, so today we're just going to talk a little bit about how HBO Max is possibly losing Crunchyroll. Now there's not a whole lot of information behind this, but I will give you a little bit of backstory as far as who owns Crunchyroll and kind of what's been happening here. And we may lose some Crunchyroll content. There isn't a whole lot of concrete information just yet, but I'll kind of let you guys know what I currently know, and as it kind of unfolds here, we'll make sure to post over on social media and or put it in the next HBO Max video. So without taking too much of a deep dive here, I'm just going to go over a little bit of who owns Crunchyroll and how it's gone over the past few years. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you're pretty familiar with Crunchyroll, but if you're not, Crunchyroll is going to be an anime service where you can get a lot of different animes. They actually have quite a vast library. The company was founded back in 2006. Now, at one point in time, it was a subsidiary of a company called Otter Media. Otter Media is another digital media company owned by no other than Warner Media, which, as you know, currently owns HBO Max. Now, if you guys have been following this, we do know that Warner Media is spinning off over to Discovery, but that has yet to happen, so we're not really going to jump into that. But Warner Media does still own Otter Media. Otter Media owns things such as Full Screen, Rooster Teeth, and a few other media services as well. To take a bit of a sidestep here, most people that are into anime have always really said, what is better, Crunchyroll or Funimation? If you're into anime, I'm sure you know both of those. Funimation is another company very similar to Crunchyroll, has a very vast library of anime. They've both been pretty big competitors over the last few years. Funimation has been out a lot longer than Crunchyroll. Funimation was founded in 1994. So from 2017 to 2019, Sony Pictures Entertainment / Sony Pictures Television owned 95% of Funimation. And since 2019, they have taken over full control. Now, the reason I bring up Funimation is because in August of 2021, Funimation acquired Crunchyroll. So now basically Sony is in charge of both Crunchyroll and Funimation. And to throw a little bit extra in here for those of you that are unfamiliar, Crunchyroll also owned a streaming service that was made more for anime and a few other things called VRV, or pronounced Verve. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it, but it is a streaming service that you can access a few different things on, one of which was Rooster Teeth. They launched VRV back in November of 2016. So now Sony basically owns Crunchyroll, Funimation, and they have their streaming service, Verve. Now, Verve isn't a huge streaming platform, and Sony doesn't really currently have any streaming platform themselves, and it doesn't seem like they're in any hurry to do so. It seems as though, as of right now, they just want to license their content out to these other providers. So that's where it brings us to when we say that HBO Max might be losing some of Crunchyroll. We don't know if they're going to lose everything. Sony may still license out their Crunchyroll content over to HBO Max, but what it seems like is that they're going to lose the branding. And we'll go ahead and jump into that here in just a moment. Now, it was announced back in November of 2021 here that Rooster Teeth will be leaving December 13th of 2021 from the Verve platform. Now, we can only assume that that's because Rooster Teeth is still owned by Warner Media under the Otter Media name. Now, it's been a few years since I've actually tried Verve myself. I had a free trial years ago, back that I had gotten with a subscription box that I opened, and back then the way that they had done it, it was there's the different categories, and you could purchase, a few bucks a month per each category that you wanted to get. Now, if you head over to vrv.co, you can get yourself a free 30-day trial, or you can purchase the premium, which comes in at $9.99 a month plus tax. It's all ad-free, and you get everything on the platform. So, I don't know exactly everything that they have up there currently and what they're going to continue to put up there. I would assume that they're going to have probably more content to come now that they have Funimation and Crunchyroll together. So $9.99 a month might be a good price point. I think that's just going to be something we're going to have to take a deep dive into in the future and see if it's worth it. We will sign up for another free trial and just kind of test it out. The one thing I can tell you is that Funimation did say that with everything merging here, they are going to make everything live under one roof and have one easy price for everyone to pay. So as far as anime fans that are out there, instead of having to decide between Crunchyroll or Funimation or possibly Verve, depending on if that was, what you went into, everything is going to be under one roof now, and hopefully that'll make it very price conscious, whether it's the $9.99 a month or similar, but hopefully it'll make it a lot easier for you to find everything. Now, on most streaming boxes, you can get all three applications. They do make currently a Crunchyroll app, a Funimation app, and a Verve app that may be condensed down in the future, and we can take a look at that in a further video, but as of today, you can get all three applications. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look behind me here. We're going to go ahead and jump over there. We have the Chromecast with Google TV set up, where we have our HBO Max, and we do have the three applications downloaded over there as well. We're just going to go ahead and pull them up and just take a look at them. Alright, so we currently have HBO Max pulled up, and we went down to the hubs and we went to Crunchyroll. So what you can see here currently, which leads us to believe that they're not going to take everything away, is that it says our anime is moving. Your favorites head to our new global animation page on January 1st. So if they're saying favorites, I don't know if they're just basing it on what people are watching and just putting over there what the more popular content is. You're kind of having to read between the lines a little bit, so I don't know exactly what they're going to do. What I've heard before is that they're probably going to lose the Crunchyroll branding. So I don't know exactly how it's going to play out. That's something that we're definitely going to find out more in the future, on January 1st or later as to what they have. But as of right now, you still have the Crunchyroll hub. So you can go ahead and browse by A to Z or English dubs, subtitled anime, whatever your preference is. Now, I did go into here a couple weeks back, and there was a lot more content, so it looks like they've already pulled some of the content, because there's really not a whole lot in here right now. There's just really not a lot in here. Previously, there was a lot more in here, so I don't know if they've already pulled what they're not going to have and just haven't moved it out of the hub yet. So we will kind of take a further look at it after January 1st and just see if it looks any different. But as of now, this is what they are currently showing as the full content from Crunchyroll. So what I'm thinking is they're probably going to have a hub, instead of it being the Crunchyroll collection. They do have their Studio Ghibli. I haven't really looked into that too much, and I have no clue if I'm even pronouncing that correctly, so for those that are bigger anime fans than myself, let me know if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but I don't know if they're going to work it into there, or if they're going to have just a different hub that is just, basic anime, and they're just going to strip the Crunchyroll brand. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but we will definitely find out in the future here. I just hope we don't lose too much, because it's nice to be able to have a little bit of the good anime already in a service you pay for instead of having to pay for it separately. So hopefully we don't lose too much there. If we jump out of HBO Max here, now before I jump into the specific services, let's head over to Hulu and just take a look and see what they currently show for Funimation. Alright, so when you go over to Hulu, you can scroll across the top and go over to Hubs, and let's see what we got here. Alright, so it looks like when I checked a few weeks ago, it looks like they've already removed Funimation from here. So When you go A to Z under all the hubs, there is no Funimation. Now we can double check just to make sure they didn't put any Crunchyroll up here, but I don't think they did. Nope, it doesn't look like it. So it looks like they have pulled Funimation from Hulu, and they have pulled a decent amount of Crunchyroll from HBO Max. So they might be making some moves of putting everything over to Verve. I guess we will find out. Now, I don't subscribe to any of these separate services here, so I can't really log into them, but I can show you a few things here. So if we go over to Funimation, when you pull it up here, you can click on Start Free Trial, and it gives you the plans that you can purchase. Of course, you can still continue with a free trial, but you can purchase a $5.99 a month tier. You can do the $7.99 a month Premium Plus tier, and you can do the Premium Plus Ultra for $99.99 per year. Now, I assume that these prices are probably going to change at some point in the next year when they've kind of gotten everything more put together. I don't know if you're still going to have these options, but as of the time of filming this, these are your three options. Now, what I will tell you is if you're going to go for the $7.99 a month, you might as well do the $99.99 per year, because it's only a matter of like $3 difference if you were to pay the $7.99 a month for a full year. And then of course you do get the free shipping if you buy anything and an annual anniversary gift. I'm not really sure what the annual anniversary gift entails, but you do have that option. Now, if you don't care for the annual gift and you're probably not going to buy anything on the Funimation shop there, you do have an option on this Premium Plus where you can do the annual for $79.99, so that does give you a better value if you're not going to utilize those other features. So average, we'll call it $7.99 a month. Now, you can go over and go to Crunchyroll here. Alright, so as you pull up the Crunchyroll app, you can go up to the menu. You can go down to settings. From there, you can go to try premium free, and it's going to tell you that you can try premium for 14 days, so you do get a 14-day free trial. And then of course, if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe to it for unlimited anime and manga, new episodes as early as 1 hour after Japan, no ads, for $7.99 a month after the trial. So that's really all there is to show you guys over here. Let's go ahead and head back. So to kind of sum everything up here, currently to watch anime was a bit messy. You had to choose between either Funimation, Crunchyroll, or Verve. There are some other options that are out there, and sometimes you may have some of your shows on one, some of your shows on another, and you either got to choose to pick one or you got to have the premium price for multiple accounts. As we can see, most of them on average came in around $7.99 a month, some a little higher, some a little less, some having multiple options. But if you're in at about $8 a month and you have to purchase multiple platforms, it could get a bit pricey and messy to have all the different animation in different places. What I liked was, of course, having a subscription to Hulu. I could get at least some of the Funimation content over there, and it did have quite a bit. Also, when HBO Max came out, having the option for Crunchyroll in there did give the opportunity to be able to watch some of it in there. And I didn't have to pay anything extra besides what I was already paying for those services. Now, I'm not a huge anime fan. I would like to be able to get into it more in the future, but it is sad to kind of see them leaving some of these services, or at least not having the full content library across all the services there. But it is good to see that it's, for the most part, all going to be under one roof now going forward. And hopefully, whether it's on Verve or whether they come up with some other platform or they license it to another platform, however they come up with it, hopefully it's just one easy price, whether it be $7.99 a month or similar, and you just access it on one platform. That would be nice to be able to make it less messy. So time will tell here how everything's going to unfold. Over the next couple of weeks, we will definitely keep an eye on it, and as we go into the new year, we will see what it unfolds, and we will be posting over on social media. So make sure, of course, you're following on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for the information to come across over there, and we will put it out in a future Streaming Wars video. So that's all we got for you for our HBO Max Crunchyroll anime update today. Hopefully you were able to get something out of this video. And like I said, we'll definitely have more information to follow. For all of you anime fans out there that happen to be watching this video, let me know down below. Did you prefer Funimation or Crunchyroll? And let me know your thoughts on what you think's going to happen going forward, and if you're excited about it or if you're a little disappointed to have some of it leaving these services. Now also, I prefer more of the dubbed versus the subtitled anime, so let me know down below, what dubbed anime should I watch next? But alright guys, if you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, please give it a big thumbs up. It definitely lets YouTube know who likes our videos and who to recommend them to next. Don't forget to follow along on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Nerd Circle. Also, make sure to share this video across any social media platform that you like. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell so you get notified of any new videos to come out. You can also follow the links on the screen to the older videos. But alright guys, until next time, stay nerdy.